Are you folks familiar with a jazz funeral?
No, Tom Howard.
It's a big part of our culture down here. Anyone could have one. You and I could have one. Hopefully no time soon. But someone like Mr. Marsalis, or someone like Tom Benson, our mule up here, it's gonna be a big, big deal. And they have carriages, mules. If I'm the driver, I'm wearing a tuxedo, big top hat, white gloves, very, very formal. Probably 4 of these carriages, but the carriages will look different. They'll be enclosed. But very, very, usually it's the first carriage, that would be the hearse with the coffin inside. Behind the last carriage will be a walking jazz band. 10, 20, maybe 20 pieces. Again, very formal, white shirt, black tie, maybe a suit. And on the way to the gravesite, the mules are gonna go very, very slow, much slower than Mr. Benson. The band's gonna play a very slow dirge, a very spiritual song, and a good example would be A Closer Walk with Thee, the whole spiritual song here. Now, once they get to the gravesite, I know it's a big party city here. Mardi Gras starts in 27 days. We're getting ready. We can party with the best of them down here. But it's also a very spiritual city. And they feel like when you pass here, not only your soul, but your complete spirit going to a better place. Call it heaven if you want to, maybe the big bandstand in the sky, you're going someplace else. So when the carriages get close to the gravesite, they'll pull right into the gravesite. That's when the priest will take over, say the sermon, say the prayers. You'll put the flowers on the tomb back here. And when the sermon's just about over with, that's when the jazz band will form a semicircle around the gravesite. Usually it's always the snare drummer. They have a white handkerchief on his lapel. When the service is just about over with, he takes the white handkerchief out of his lapel, shows it to the rest of the band, drops it to the ground, does a drum roll. That's a signal for the band. Okay, time to leave, the service is over with. Then they move out from the gravesite. And then they play another song. But this time it's not a slow dirge. Now it's a very, very up-tempo song, like Oh Didn't He Ramble, will the saints come marching in. Then it turns into one big, big party celebration. No more crying. We said our goodbye to the cemetery. Now it's time to celebrate this person's life. That's how we do it down here. Not quite for everybody. I think it's a good way to go out.